Hi everyone, welcome in my new episode of Peter's English podcast. In this episode, I want to tell you about a lot of things. The first information is about I want to tell you about my last week. In the second section, I want to tell you about IHF Ice Hockey Championship in Czechia, and in the first section, I will teach you past simple and past continuous. We can start. We can start now. Uh, my my last week was very interesting. I was working in the morning, in the in the afternoon I was watching my favorite animated series called The Simpsons. I was listening three very good English podcasts, and I was I have bought a new Atrament printer, Epson EcoTank, because my old printer has broken. My new Atrament printer, Epson EcoTank, is very good. I'm very happy that I have bought it. I bought my new printer Epson EcoTank on Wednesday on internet, and my new printer has came at Friday. In the weekend, on Saturday, I was cleaning house for chicken. I was getting rid of weed in our garden. In the afternoon, I was in the afternoon I was ate chocolate and drank coffee. In the evening, I was watching my very good uh, comedy movie, the Addams Family. The Addams Family is about the Addams family that are the family is very funny, interesting, and crazy. Gomez and Morticia are are married to each other. They are love each other. They have two little children, Pagsley and Wednesday. They aren't a typical American family. They are very scary and a very different family. It was the story about how Gomez has found his brother Fester. Fester's mother wanted to be rich and wanted to kill the Adams family, but but uh, but Gomez saved his wife, and Fester discovered that he is a real Adams and brother of Gomez Adams. It was very funny and very interesting. In the Sunday, I was relaxing at home. I was watching my favorite animated series called The Simpsons. I was listening to very good English podcast. In the afternoon, I was watching English football, English Premier League. It was very interesting match. Manchester City versus West Ham United. Manchester City won against West Ham United 3-1. It was very funny. In the evening, I was watching IHF ice hockey championship in Czechia's match, Slovakia versus Latvia. We have lost 3-2 against we have lost against we have lost after separate rates. It was very disgusting, but our ice hockey national team Slovakia has won matches against Kazakhstan, against the USA, and against Poland, and against France. The most interesting match was Slovakia versus the USA. In that we were winning 4-1, but we lost the last period, and but we have won, and the match 5-4. In the last match, Slovakia versus Latvia, we lost the first period, the second period 1-2, but we were winning 2-1, but we lost this game and 3-2, and we'll play against Sweden, and Latvia has to win against Sweden for 3 points. I think that our today's match was very bad for us, and I don't know if we can play in the quarter final of or not. I don't know. I don't watch this IHF Ice Hockey Championship very much because I want to learn English, and other teams are very good. Czechia is on the Czechia can play in the quarterfinals. Very good teams are Canada, Sweden, and Switzerland. And in In the last section, I want to tell you about past simple and past continuous. The past simple you can use when we want to talk about situations that was ended in the past. We have to use verb in infinitive plus adder. This is regular verbs, but we have irregular verbs. In that you have to use the verbs that are in the second line. And I want to tell you about past continuous. Past continuous you have to use when we wanted to talk about situations that were happening that were happening in the past in that moment, and the story is and the story wasn't ended. And now I wanted to tell it. And now I wanted to use past simple and past continuous in my story. It's a story about I want to tell a story about the Simpsons that are very funny. In the last episode, the last episode was about the last episode was about new Homer, about this Homer was about the last episode was about the new Homer's colleague that wanted to be perfect, and he was very angry on Homer because Homer was very simple, and he was more successful than his new colleague. Homer's new colleague was using Homer's new colleague wanted to show everyone that he is the best colleague in the nuclear power plant. He was using in the end of the story he was using a lot of methods how to show everyone that he is the best colleague, but Homer was winning the prize because he was because he thought that he have to go on a competition that was only for children, and his colleague was trying in that was trying in that moment to show everyone that Homer is stupid and simple, but Homer has won this competition. It was very interesting and funny situation. I want to tell you now where you can use past continuous. I want to tell you about my what was I doing in today in the lunch. I was today. I was listening very good English podcast. I was watching very funny English animated series called The Simpsons. We had very good lunch. I was eating chicken soup with homemade noodles and I was eating cooked chicken with potatoes and clams. We can use past simple, past continuous in these situations when I was doing something in the past and the situation wasn't ended. The last week I was going to my work. In the morning I was working on Monday. I was working very hard in that moment because I was working very simple situations. Then I had a break. I was eating when I had breakfast in my work or half past 8. I was going home at 2 p.m. and that's all about English grammar today. I want to end this episode. I want to tell you bye bye.